Good morning, welcome to a morning review on Monday the 8th of June. This is Kim Watson speaking for Easy Trader. So looking at the euro dollar first, and where are we? So we've really, from a daily perspective, we've put in a pivot swing, a bearish pivot swing. Now if we were to break the lows of this pivot swing, or the low of Friday's pivot there, that really is quite a bearish sort of trigger effectively, and we could see further downside. However, we're just finding some support back into the daily 8 and the lower bands there. So maybe after such a sell-off on Friday we could see a bit more of a bounce. Target areas on that bounce may see us run back up into the 4-hourly upper bands, the 8 moving average again. 21's just sitting above there, so there's a few points if we do get anything of a bounce kicking in there. Overall, from my picture I'm seeing here really at the moment of the lower highs, lower lows is relatively bearish, but do have the target above us at 111.48 or 47 sort of area, which may have a reasonable probability of being hit. But once we've got that out of the way, then we've got to really look at what this market's doing, because, as I said, it's with these lower lows, certainly a lower high here, it could just want to continue down in that vein. So just watching for this level. Now, if we do see a break of the pivot and we start seeing it moving up, well, maybe the hourly 50 would be the next sort of target, and then the R1 there at 112.46. So there's some areas to the upside. A break of the trend line, or really to break the Asian session lows here, may see us running back down towards Friday's lows, and then we've got the 1.1015 sort of area of the S1, so the sort of secondary targets down there. And if it as I say, if it triggers the low on Friday's lows there, then maybe we may be seeing a bigger correction to the downside. Okay, let's have a look at the pound. So the pound again, same pattern here in terms of the candles here. So it's a pivot swing, bearish, being set up. But to trigger, we need to see it break the low of this candle here. Now, at the moment, again, this has finally actually bounced off the daily 50. I've been looking for this sort of to happen properly. I was wondering after the air kisses whether it would actually just run through it, but we've seen a proper bounce. So whilst we have got this bearish signal sort of sitting here, it hasn't actually, unless it's triggered, the market remains neutral-ish. Now, we have seen again on the shorter time frame some weaker signals coming through here, with the certainly the lower low, lower highs being put in there. Very messy evening there, or afternoon on Thursday. Friday's really news-based moves pushed it lower. Now I'm really looking potential to break these levels, really looking at the Asian session lows as a potential trigger there, but if it starts running down, we've got the euro running with it, well, again, we could be pushing for Friday's lows, and even the S1 there at 151.81. So certainly if it starts breaking in that direction with this short-term trend, it could be running that way. Now, yeah, not much else to say there. There's not a significant amount of news coming out today, so it doesn't really help us too much either. Dollar yen. Dollar, well, yen actually surged up again on Friday with the news, and it's breaking into all new period highs here. I'll keep having to go back and see where we are now. We're back at the tops of those prior monthly highs there now, and it's continuing its surge. Looks like it may even go higher yet, so watching that carefully. Now in this sort of, let's just come back to the 4-hourly, just check I'm not missing anything there. No, that's fine. So it's just putting in a little ball flag in here at the moment on the 4-hourly picture. A break of these highs, well, maybe a continuation. We've air kissed the daily pivot today, so it may never come back to that. So break of these prior highs, well, we'll be pushing in towards Friday's high then. bit wary. I mean, after such a move on Friday, whether we'll just see a bit of chop on the yen more so today. We'll see. Okay, and finally the Aussie dollar. Well, the bearish pivot swing that was set up on Thursday certainly triggered and worked out pretty well for Friday. We've double bottomed since then. Now we're coming back to that sort of level again. We did previously have lots of buying support below us at this sort of 7.6 area and below. So it'll be interesting to see if it actually breaks this time. That buying support has at some stage got to fade away. In fact, look, I'll just show you the amount of orders that are sitting below us there. So that 7.6 area, certainly where we're coming back down to, we could see that as quite major support. And then right their way down to 75.50. There is a bit of selling going below that 76. So if it cuts through, it doesn't find. If it works out those orders pretty quickly, we could then see a bit of a sharp sell-off before again we find in support around about that 75. 70 area probably, or around that area. Now whether they sell orders just balance out the others, we'll see, but for now it certainly looks like well, got the potential support at 76, a break, well, could see a bit of acceleration before it slows down again. So just working towards that these prior lows here. In fact, it all sort of ties up with, I think people are just sitting there looking to buy every time it runs down to these prior lows at this juncture. So just to be aware of that, you're looking to short the Aussie, and as I say, maybe some trades there to be had, but be careful. Now looking at the market here, really it's looking quite weak down towards 75.72. Now as I say, my concern is at 76 we'll see some buying, so we'll see a bounce off 76 potentially. But then if it doesn't gain traction, we could see it breaking back down again. The buy orders have been taken, and we're then sitting back towards that 75.70 area. So just watching that carefully. Okay, as I say, the G7 meetings, well, it used to be the G8 meetings, but have left out Russia. So the G7 meetings continue today, second day. I think this is the final day today. So we could get comments coming out. It's more likely to be, I think, Russian-based bias from what I gathered on the news last night, but no significant news beyond that point. So we're down to sort of the after effects of the US news on Friday, really. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.